Hello everyone, this is Angelica Dominguez talking about my action research presentation that involves co-teaching in an inclusion classroom. I will be conducting my action research in a third grade inclusion classroom. I currently have 21 students, 7 special ed, 7 ESOL, 2 gifted, 5 EIP, which stands for Early Intervention Program. All of my students are currently receiving services for math and reading. I have a total of 12 girls and 9 boys. Co-teaching's main definition is where 2 teachers, 1 general education teacher and 1 support teacher, both teach all students in a classroom. In my case, I will be working with my special education co-teacher in math. Co-teaching also means that all responsibility is shared among 2 teachers working in a classroom. There are 6 types of co-teaching styles. The first one is parallel teaching. Parallel teaching is where both teachers cover the same content. Now in parallel teaching, it's where one classroom may be divided into 2 smaller groups. Team teaching is where both teachers are in front of the classroom teaching all of the content. Station teaching is where students are divided into smaller groups and are usually rotating among both of the teachers. In station teaching, the content is divided. One teacher may be teaching one skill while the other one may be focusing on another one. Alternative teaching is where one co-teacher may take a large group of students while the other co-teacher may take a smaller group of students. This type of teaching style is usually used when students may be absent from previous lessons and are behind in that skill or content. Alternative teaching can also be used when students are struggling in one skill and that co-teacher needs to help them. One teach, one assist is where one teacher is in front of the classroom while the other teacher is assisting students and walking around monitoring behavior and making sure students are paying attention. This is the one co-teaching style that should not be used the most. One teach, one observe is usually recommended to use to gather data. It is very important when using this co-teaching style to talk and decide what kind of data one of the co-teachers will be gathering. Speaking from personal experiences, I believe co-teaching should be implemented in all classrooms. First of all, co-teaching will help you exchange teaching strategies that you may not learn or be aware about. Co-teaching also benefits and helps you with differentiation. Because of co-teaching, you have 2 teachers in a classroom. This helps you maximize your instruction and meet those individual needs of all of your students. Special education also helps with co-teaching also helps you with your special education students. Co-teaching can also become important and can lower your stress of lesson planning. I am currently co-teaching with most of my co-teachers that come in my classroom, and I can say that planning for math is truly a blessing. When I plan it with my math co-teacher, we're able to exchange ideas, exchange strategies, come up with the most beneficial activities that will help our students overall. The purpose of this study is to see and discover if team teaching and station teaching will help special education students gain better understanding about measurement, multiplication, and division. Knowing that this year I have the opportunity to work with the inclusion classroom, I wanted to pick a topic where I was going to be able to see if co-teaching will benefit the type of students I have this year. For my research methods, I will be using the mixed method. For my quantitative data, I will gather my data through student surveys and interviews. Students will receive surveys and interviews throughout my research. I would also gather my data through formative assessments, pre and post tests as well. My qualitative data will come from journaling. I will keep a journal in my classroom, and I will write in this journal 2 to 3 times per week. In this journal, I will write about students' understanding based on the skill taught on that day. I would also focus on my reflections. In these reflections, my goal is to write about how the lesson went, what I could have done to improve my lesson, and future steps to follow in order to improve my lessons.